What a week. Here we are, another week of non-stop wrestling. For one fall. No, actually it was more falls than one, but you guys get the idea. So here we are, episode 2 of the Culture Pit Buckle Bomb podcast. It's your boys again from Culture Pit, Paolo, Seb, Gavin, Bon. And yeah, so before we start, so if you guys remember episode 1, we did say that we were going to do this podcast, this wrestling podcast, because wrestling is very dear to us. So we're gonna basically be doing reviews for each show. So we're not gonna be able to tackle everything because that's gonna take forever, especially since we want to tackle today. We'll be tackling WWE and of course AEW because we love AEW. So let's get started. WWE, before I start laying everything out, have you guys watched like Raw, SmackDown, and NXT for this week?
I saw some SmackDown.
Haven't. I'm sorry.
I saw a good amount of AEW, but I know all of the important things that happened in all the shows.
Yep, all of the important things. Like, definitely that's what we're definitely touching on.
We don't have time for watching the actual shows. We always have time to make sure that we're updated on the news at least. So,
yep. That's true. Let's start with this week's Monday Night Raw. So definitely, I think. So, if you guys don't know, they're doing the whole. I don't know what it is with Seth Rollins hating on eyeballs. Right? I don't know why he hates eyes so much. He just hates them with a passion. But yeah, so this week he took out Aleister Black.
Eyeballs?
Aleister Black's eye. By the way, if you guys don't know, I think they're changing up Aleister Black's gimmick in the near future. But yeah, we can't wait to see that. So anyway, going back. So yeah, Seth Rollins again injuring yet another eyeball. I don't know why, you guys. What do you think of this angle? I don't like it. I get that he's doing that whole Monday Night Messiah thing, and I don't know why that equates to eyeballs just being torn apart.
all right.
What do you guys think about it? Yeah.
What? I'm sorry.
All right. So John 3:16 says, "For God so loved the world that He gave His only begotten Son to, die for us and shit." Right? I don't know how this equates to Him being Jesus. I want your fucking eye.
I know.
Eye for an eye.
Rollins 3:16 says, "I need eyes. I really, really fucking need eyes. I don't know why, but I need them." I don't know how any of this thematically matches up with the shit that they're trying to do with Seth Rollins. I like the Monday Night Messiah thing. I like that he's kind of Charles Manson-y right now. But I don't know how I'm plucking out eyes advances his story or his character. I think they're kind of just like doing the whole, "Hi, we're WWE, we're dropping the ball again. How would you know?" Well, our top heels are targeting specific body parts. 2 years ago, Nakamura could not stop kicking AJ Styles' dick. Now, Seth Rollins cannot stop jabbing eyes.
He just can't, right?
Eyes, bro.
He just for some reason he just feels the need to just, hey, you have an eyeball, I'm just gonna gouge them all out.
I'm just waiting for the day Fiend starts taking appendixes from people. He's like, "You don't need this body part. I'm gonna take it, and I'm the Fiend, so I can perform surprise surgery."
Appendix for appendix ladder match.
Yeah,
Appendix on a pole.
That's how the Fiend fails. Like, that's how everything. That's how they jump the shark with the Fiend. He's gonna start taking appendixes. He's gonna be like, "I'm taking your body parts. I'm holding them in my hands. You don't really need these, and you'll be fine eventually. But like, I have it."
You'll be fine by next week.
You'll be fine by next week.
Worry about it.
You took
You're
out
gonna
my
find
appendix.
another appendix in there somewhere. The doctor is gonna make a miracle and say, "Hey, there's another one."
With Aleister Black, but if WWE, if I'm gonna go by WWE's record book, there's no way it's gonna be good. Because now the guy's gonna get no, like
sad,
think about
bro.
it this way. Now we have another dude who has to cover one of his eyes.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
Eye patch gang, bro.
I don't know
Eye
of
patch
anyone who elevated his character with a fucking eye patch. And some fuckers who are gonna have shit to say are gonna say, well, Moxley was able to do it in AEW. Fuck that. I hate all this pirate shit. Stop making everyone look like a pirate. Aleister Black is gonna look like a pirate. They're all gonna say he's gonna look like an extra from Pirates of the Caribbean. And I'm not cool with that. I like Aleister Black as is he a goth guy or is he really the devil type of thing? And I know they dropped the ball with him by making him appear like too much of a normal person, but fucking hell, this drop, we've dropped the ball on this guy, let's change his gimmick shit is really it's like the Bailey heel turn, guys. Like there was nothing wrong with Bailey, but they realized that they fucked Bailey over so bad that they had to turn her heel. Same thing with the fucking Roman Reigns thing. And now we're gonna see it with Aleister Black. Aleister Black is one of my favorites on NXT. I love this guy. I love how every time he entered, he just looked like he sacrificed a cat. Like, I love Aleister Black. There's nothing wrong with him. He could have been the new Undertaker thing. But, like, they had to just fuck it up. They debuted him with Ricochet or some shit, right?
Yes. I had to act team.
Yeah, they did.
Which is really weird.
Black gimmick
that was
change.
awesome. I mean, I miss those times.
I just need Aleister Black to do something important. And he's not. How many people are doing anything important these days anyway down there?
0.
Just Keith Lee.
Just Keith. Keith Lee. I
Keith
love
Lee's
so
doing.
much.
Keith Lee's pulling some shit. Drew is great.
We'll talk about that more later in the NXT part.
Yes.
Doing so good. He's doing so well.
Great. Drew's never bad. I hope they don't. You know the rumors so far, right? The whole Drew will drop the belt to Orton, so that Orton can eventually drop it to Edge, so that Edge can eventually drop it back to Drew. I'd
be the happiest man on earth if they gave Edge another title shot.
I would love for Edge to have another title. I would. When I heard that they were like gonna maybe hot potato the belt between these three people, I thought a couple things. I thought one, fuck, Drew's losing the belt, and then I thought second, Drew's getting it back. It's at least for me good news that like if Drew's gonna lose the belt, that WWE has enough confidence in him that they're gonna give him back the belt. So like him getting the Cena treatment is what I'm really hoping for here. And Edge doesn't need anything. Like Edge can do this entire fucking run and not win a single belt and still be the most accomplished man in this company. Like the only thing he could win is the NXT titles, all of them that are in NXT. Like that's the only accomplishment left for this guy. Because he's won every title.
Yep.
Through multiple generations, mind you. This guy had titles that don't exist anymore.
Yeah.
Edge has done everything, man. Edge does not... Besides them wanting to pull ratings and the fact that Edge is still a draw, besides that, there's nothing Edge could do in the WWE except retire on his terms. And
that's true.
I really think they should move him past Randy. Because none of the Randy stuff has lived up to the hype. The build-up has been great for most of it. But once they get in that ring, you're just like...
Yeah.
Not quite there. Not quite there. It's the way the Authority wanted to see Daniel Bryan, you know? Like, oh, you think you're great, but you're B+ at best, which is just like the Randy Orton matches of ever. How many Randy Orton matches have been good in the last...
Well, a couple.
in the last
few.
10 years.
A few.
Last 10
In the last 6 years.
Fewer. I don't know.
Not a lot,
Just
to be
not
honest.
that many. Not that many. I mean, like,
I
you
saw a
know,
meme the other day where it was like, um, we're trying to teach people the concept of social distancing. So they created an image for these people. And it was Randy Orton here on one side, and on the other side is like the word entertainment. Like, just
uh,
Randy Orton has always kept a good amount of distance from being entertaining. I like Randy. I've always liked Randy. I don't want to meet Randy, but like I like him as a wrestler. I like his promos, his matches or whatever. But like,
yeah,
man,
yeah,
he has the potential to like do some great shit again. But I
for sure.
don't want to see it without him.
Page again.
And
Hashtag make me.
I desperately don't want him in the world title picture.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's not like I guess I feel the same, but like it's just I guess WWE right now is currently working with what they have. In fact, like since we're already there, yeah, there's a Drew McIntyre Randy Orton feud going on right now. Though if you saw Randy's promo this week, it was actually pretty good.
It
Yeah, it was
was
actually a really
it was
really
good.
good promo.
It was good.
But yeah, like basically with what you brought up, they're gonna play hot potato with the title. Yeah,
We're gonna maybe play hot potato.
maybe
Oh yeah,
maybe play
we don't
hot
know.
potato. I'm not sure how I feel about it, but like, I'm just interested to see where this is gonna bring Drew, where all of this is gonna bring Drew, like in his WWE title run. Now you mentioned a wrestler earlier, which I also wanna kind of touch on. So not really Bailey, but Sasha Banks. So Asuka and Sasha Banks had the match for the Raw Women's Championship, and I don't know how to feel about this match. This is exactly what I mean when. Okay, so WWE again is doing that thing. I feel. By the way, for those who have or have not seen Raw, Sasha Banks is your new Raw Women's Champion because they will never put Asuka over other people. Vince will never put Asuka over properly. Um, and here's the thing, they're doing this again. When they realize that they put everything on Charlotte, when they realize that they put everything on Becky Lynch, and none of those two could make it, they're putting everything again on Bailey and Sasha Banks. And it's annoying. It's annoying how these two women have all the titles. And like from, I guess from this perspective, who is left to face them? You have Mandy Rose, who is a face, sure, but in a feud with Sonya Deville. You have Naomi, who is in a feud with Lacey Evans. You have Liv Morgan, who I don't know what she's doing right now. Um, who else is there? There's no one. I don't know if there's anyone else. There's Nikki Cross, who later we'll touch on in SmackDown. But again, for those who have seen or have not seen SmackDown, she lost that match because obviously she's not gonna beat Bailey. She's not gonna be put over Bailey. So anyway, the, with Alexa Bliss just waiting to happen. So I don't know who else is left.
Wait,
is
what
I'm
did you
saying.
say about Alexa Bliss? You kind of glitched for a second.
Oh, that's like Nikki Cross and Alexa Bliss. It's a feud waiting to happen
Mm.
because they've been teasing that for months now. Um, and it just goes back to my point where I don't know who else is left. I don't know who else there is. Um, we talked about this the other night. Said that there might be a call up, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure because I think a lot of women right now in NXT are they're more or less involved with the NXT Women's title. It's a messy thing. But as for Raw and SmackDown, I don't know who else there is. So that's kind of where I'm coming from. Is WWE is doing that thing again where they're putting everything on one or two wrestlers, and now I don't know what's next. We don't know what's next. We don't know who it's gonna be. Is it gonna be heel versus heel thing? I'm not sure.
To add,
So maybe it's Naomi. If you've seen SmackDown this week, maybe it could be Naomi, but I don't know if her feud with Lacey is over. So I'm not
dude,
sure.
Naomi is rusty as fuck. Like,
Yeah, Sombra.
dude, I just saw her. I know this is SmackDown and we're supposed to wait on it, but dude, she fucking botched the Destroyer.
Yeah, I saw.
It's a good thing that both of them fucking botched the Destroyer, because like if that was just Naomi's half botching, then fuck. But
yeah, that was when she dove off the
yeah.
off the apron, right?
If they had the ability to pull off that spot, then that would be like a Young Bucks Lucha Bros level type of thing.
Yeah.
Like if they pulled off that spot, that would be like the insane spot of the week for wrestling. But fucking hell, dude, I was just like, damn it! If you fuck this up in a more severe manner, we would have had a very injured Lacey Evans.
No.
Lacey Evans, yeah.
We don't want that.
Which we don't want because she's amazing.
Yes.
We need Lacey Evans around.
Love you, Lacey.
Oh yeah.
We all love the woman with the woman's right. She's one of the best characters. She's also one of the most misused characters right now. If we're gonna talk about the women's division, it's not just a problem of heels versus faces. It's just a problem of they are putting belts on these people and they don't know what to do with them. If you were putting the belts on Sasha and Bailey with a plan, I'd be fine with that. But they're putting the belts on Sasha and Bailey because they need a place to put it. Yep. They're less champions and more like belt racks.
Yeah.
When you don't know what to do with your belts and you're just putting them on someone because they have a big name and because they're reliable, then they don't really feel like characters. They don't feel like anything other than just some place to put a belt on.
Yeah. And you know, to that point, I'm sorry to cut you off, but to that point, it just feels like, you know, the viewers, the audience doesn't become a part of that story. It's just, all right, we're just watching what WWE is doing. They're not really listening to us. It's more on what Vince could want or what they would want. So, that's, I don't know. That's really how I saw it. I'm not sure how, as the former women's champion, I'm not sure how Becky would have wanted this, if she would have wanted Asuka to win or whatever. I can't speak for her, and you know, but yeah, if as a fan, especially, I don't know, it's just weird for me to. I got nothing. It's just weird for me to like keep seeing the same thing over and over and over again. But then again, that's WWE. It's getting old, yeah.
Yeah,
it is getting old.
But like, to add on what you said a while ago that this is WWE working with what they have. Not your fault at all, but I call bullshit so hard on that. Because this is WWE choosing to work with what they want to, not with what they have. Because the problem between all three of the big companies right now, AEW, WWE, and New Japan, is that they're stacked as fuck.
Yeah.
They're stacked as fuck with talent to the point where everyone who's a fan of these promotions says, you don't use this guy right, you don't use this person right. Because there's so much talent in that talent pool. And we're not just talking about new guys that are getting good. We're not just talking about like people who have a lot of potential, but tried and tested talents. We even have that shit down in Impact. I'm sure that when shit really starts to get rolling on Impact, that they're going to be like, what are we going to do with Gallows and Anderson? What are we going to do with EC3? There's going to be that problem. But WWE is the biggest offender because they have a lot of people who are ready for these spots that they're just not giving the spots to. This is the perfect time to experiment. You don't even have an audience, so you could manufacture your reactions. This is literally Vince McMahon's dream, taking his voice away from them. So now it's all under his control, and he has guys like, well, Big E's getting a solo run, which is good, but you have guys like Bobby Lashley, who used right can be a fucking belt collector.
Oh yeah.
We have Apollo Crews. We have Adam Cole, who could get called up to the mains. We have fucking Dice, who could do a lot of stuff.
We also have and to your point, which is a very valid point, we also have Mustafa Ali.
Yes.
I'm just saying.
Yes.
We also have
Where's
Mustafa Ali, who the week before he was called
He came
back.
back, yeah.
He was back. He went back to Raw, and
My
this
boy.
week they fed him the Bobby Lashley. It doesn't make any sense. So, I exactly 100% agree with Seb right there. They're not. In fact, you don't even have to look far. The people who are watching, you see that audience right now when you watch like a clip of Raw or SmackDown or NXT or whatever. They're all they're all around the ring. There's so many people there that you could just absolutely experiment with and use. You don't even have to look that far. But yeah, here we are again, just implementing. It's like WWE refuses to get out of its comfort zone. That's exactly what I'm reading here. It's they're not used to this sense of non-familiarity, and they just really want things to be how they were. But since their top people are out, then whatever. That's, I guess, Vince is just making use of the people that he wants to use, and not really giving a shot, or not really giving opportunities to the people or to the other people who probably deserve it.
It's boomer as
So
fuck.
yeah, it's just so. Anyway, that's Monday Night Raw. That's basically Monday Night Raw.
Wait,
Let's
you
move
forgot
on to-
Kyrie Sane
yeah.
leaving. Goodbye, Kyrie.
Oh yeah, of course, Kyrie Sane.
It's the only good
wishing
thing
you
that
the
happened
best
on
of luck.
Raw, man.
By the way, I'm gonna
Watched
say
the podcast and took the advice.
yes. Thank you for taking our advice. If you guys want to look at, it's in episode 1 of the Buckle Bomb podcast. Just check it out in the links below. We were actually asking Kyrie Sane to please leave WWE, but the way they
And
wrote
she
her
did.
off, the way
She
they
did.
wrote her off was completely dirty, and I am mad at it because she didn't deserve that. That's just what I'm gonna say
Man.
about Kyrie Sane.
This is all I gotta say about that. It's one of the only good things that happened on Raw this week, mainly because we're not buying into it. Like we know what's gonna happen when Kyrie Sane leaves. He's gonna probably go to Stardom or some shit. But seeing Kyrie Sane leave made me go like, this lady's got so much career ahead of her.
Oh yeah,
She's gonna do so well somewhere else. She's gonna fucking dominate somewhere else, and I'm so happy because now we can see this lady perform the best elbow in the industry again against
agreed.
in a promotion where women probably matter more. I would love to see her go to Impact. I would love to see her go to Stardom. I wouldn't care to see her in AEW unless you can really elevate that division. Because so far, the only good things about AEW's women's division have been the Japanese wrestlers that they were able to import. Riho, and now Shida, and she wants to Kyrie. But like, Kyrie's got so much potential. She's so top woman worthy, and it's a shame that once again Vince couldn't see past the fact that she was not American.
Yeah, that's true.
That's the truth, isn't it, Vince? That's why. That's why he couldn't push her, right? Saw that she came from Japan and you just couldn't get over it because you are literally the age of World War II or some shit. I don't know how.
Yeah, all right. That's basically.
It's obviously what's happening. It's so obviously why Vince can't push talent that comes from Japan. He just wants to import them for the sake that he says he's importing them. Yeah. But like, the disappointment we're all expressing here towards the fact that there's so much talent in their talent pool is the fact that there are hundreds of thousands and let's say millions of dollars going into talent that does nothing.
That's true.
I'm saying this from the perspective of someone, not that I'm not. I'm saying this from the perspective of those who would want WWE to succeed. They will not succeed if they invest millions on talent they have no plans with.
Yes. Yeah.
They're just making these people rich and not do anything.
Yeah.
Which is actually the best thing he's done for wrestlers ever. Like, because he was never used, EC3 probably was able to recover his body for 3 years worth of bumps. You know? Not allowing these guys to work is probably the nicest thing he's done for a wrestler. But, man, that's just a lot of money down the drain. And
no, but of course, as a wrestler, you would want to perform. You know, to your point, as a wrestler, you would definitely want to perform. Yeah, I get it. You know, it's definitely.
He's pissed off so much talent that they would rather take a huge pay cut than work for him. Like, that's, man.
Yeah.
Like, to go back to like the Talk is Jericho shit that Mox was talking about, man, he was just like, I don't want to fucking walk away. Look at all that money. You're really gonna
yeah, I saw that.
fucking money.
But yeah,
that's how he felt, and that's, I'm sure, how most talent feels. I'm sure that a lot of talent that isn't getting used would love to get used. Like the Revival were saying that they were turning down like a shit ton of money. Some people said $750,000 a piece, and they said, "Haha, no, we can't tell you the amount, but no, man." So I assume they were willing to pull out 7 figures for these fuckers and not fucking use them. And this is gonna bite WWE in the ass. They will not be able to profit from just paying talent to sit, which doesn't make sense because it's their power anyway. If a former TNA guy makes millions or makes WWE millions, that doesn't make TNA a bigger company. Just makes them look better.
Yeah, dude. They're making smart investments by using their money.
Yeah.
By getting good talents, you know?
Man.
Maybe, it's weird because I see it as they're just trying to kill the competition by just hoarding all the talent, which is freaking stupid. Because less content for people, and they're just wasting money, and they're wasting prime years of this talent, which sucks. You know, their youth and energy going down the drain. But they're getting rich though. But you know, they should spend more time somewhere else. Making a name for themselves. You know, getting titles. You know, getting more titles, making writing, performing better, getting better stories. No, which is good for everyone. For
but
the
on
fans.
that note, man,
no?
That's just Raw. What the fuck happened on SmackDown?
Damn.
All right, so that was Monday Night Raw. Let's move over to SmackDown. If you guys saw SmackDown this week, well, for one, the Fiend's back.
I mean, he was back.
He's back, and
he was back in horror.
He was back at the horror show, yeah, but like he's back in, I guess, the weekly shows now. So he's back. He took out Alexa Bliss, and this was like after a match between Bayley and Nikki Cross for the SmackDown Women's title. So before we touch on that match, let's talk about the Fiend. Like, I'm just so happy that he's back, but I don't get why. What?
Yun lang sabi ko, sana all.
Sana all.
Come on, man. No, don't.
Yun lang masasabi ko.
Yeah, like,
read on that. Basta sana all, man.
I don't know why I don't know why he felt the need to take out Alexa Bliss.
It'll piss off Braun.
Yeah, to piss off Braun.
You gotta piss off Braun.
Yeah, piss off Braun, I guess. I mean, you know, if that random guy who paid Alexa Bliss $400 isn't gonna take her out, someone else is.
Oh,
so
that's the Fiend.
You know,
he further buried the guy from Cameo who buried himself by getting an Alexa Bliss cameo. Poor fucking guy.
So,
man,
you know, but yeah, I'm happy the Fiend's back. Good God.
Yeah, man. I'm happy that the Fiend is back. I'm not happy that he's back taking out women.
Yeah.
And not in a good way.
Samesies.
No, he didn't take Alexa. He didn't take Alexa Bliss out on dinner. She's with someone, according to the cameo. But for him to just mandible claw on Alexa Bliss, while Alexa Bliss was doing like I don't know, man,
acting.
like porn level acting.
Yeah.
Not the good.
Come
porn.
on, man. No.
Like,
Yep.
no, I mean, like, if you're gonna have a benchmark for shit acting, it's gonna be porn, isn't it?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, that's.
Yeah,
but to be fair, her scary face was pretty okay. It wasn't bad.
yeah,
Like,
but like,
I like her scary face. Her scared face,
Scary
rather.
face.
But yeah. Scary face. Scary face. She has a scary face, which we all love. And then she has the scared face, which made me think, oh, she's actually scared. You know, so, yeah.
Man,
She pretty though. Real pretty.
pretty as hell. There's nothing wrong with Alexa
Pretty
Bliss.
girl. Very
As
pretty.
long
Girl.
as you don't ask her out on Cameo.
You don't.
You don't. Especially
You
not.
don't.
But like, man,
We love you, Alexa
I
Bliss.
don't want this rivalry, man. I don't want Braun and Fiend to fight.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Again.
Braun is still somewhere. I don't even know where he is, but he's still somewhere. And
somewhere
yeah,
getting
so
the Universal title re-blued.
reload. Yeah.
Not blue enough.
That's
Gotta
no, I
make
mean,
sure.
for sure. That's gonna need some rebooing. Speaking of blue titles, take that.
Titles!
Yes. Speaking of blue titles, how's that for transitioning? Bailey versus Nikki Cross for the SmackDown Women's title. Yeah, short. Very short match. This was definitely just not gonna end well for Nikki Cross. But yeah, basically,
Did it ever end well for Nikki Cross? I mean, Sanity didn't end well for Nikki Cross. Tagging with Alexa didn't end well for Nikki Cross.
They won the titles. They won the titles at one point.
Yeah, but it ended. So again, ended not well. Letting Nikki Cross talk in her current character does not end well. She's often just very cringy and getting lost with her words.
Too much coffee.
Did we even think? Did anyone even assume that putting Bailey against one of the Alexa Bliss Nikki Cross tag team partners is gonna end well for one of?
Yeah.
How many times have these people fought?
I know this is like the second or third time, but like, no, because last week Alexa Bliss fought Nikki Cross for the right to face Bailey, and to that point, they've been teasing this feud, that was bound to happen, by the way, with Nikki and Alexa. It's just a question of who's turning on who. Personally, I really looking at it now with what happened after that match, and how like Nikki Cross was the one who was just obsessed with the title and just pushed Alexa Bliss when she was trying to console her.
Bro,
At first I was
Alexa
What?
Bliss is too busy being dead. Like she got
no
killed
man, yeah,
Fiend,
yeah.
man.
No, this was before the Fiend attack. Like, looking at it now, I really wanted Alexa to turn heel, but it would be kind of interesting to see Nikki turn heel against Alexa. I don't know how that's gonna work. I think personally, I don't know about you guys, but I've had enough of face Alexa by this point. So I would really want Alexa to turn heel, but just the story, it just seems like
Nikki.
I don't know. It's
Yeah,
weird,
Lexi's
like Nikki
busy,
turned.
bro. Lexi's busy. She's too busy.
Making cameos.
Yes.
She's too busy being fridged in the world title picture.
Yeah. I know.
That's what they're doing. We gotta kill Alexa Bliss to motivate Braun Strowman. Lexi just got fucking fridged. You can let me go once again in Endgame. Like, Jesus Christ. Oh man, not that they were gonna do anything good with Alexa Bliss anytime soon, because they're too busy relying on two of the horsewomen again. But man, they killed Alexa Bliss.
Mordor?
Alexa Bliss with thick Joker. Man.
Yep. Speaking of doing something good with someone, though,
and speaking of
I'm
short,
so happy. Speaking of short, I'm so happy they did something right. They turned Shorty G, or no, let's call him by his actual name. They turned Chad Gable heel. I am.
Yes, my little Chaddykins.
This is happening. Yes. I am so happy, little Chaddykins. Oh my god, I am so happy for you. I don't know, man. Like Shorty G has officially, it's been played out for like. It's been long overdue for the.
It was never played out. It was never good. There was never a time that we were on board with it. It's not played out.
Nope,
it was a shit angle.
That's true. My mistake. It was bad.
Do you guys remember? Like, did you guys see the pictures of what they were planning to do with the revival before they left?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So
ridiculous
you know what Shorty G looks like to me? It's like they took pieces of those costumes and put it on Chad Gable. Like they were like, "You're Shorty G now," but why? He asks. He's like, "We are on a budget. We really need to use these costumes, man. We already made them. I know they look a little big on you. Fuck. Why is this a shit deal with the WWE? For once, I want to say good shit, man, but." I think that leads very nicely to this transition. One of, if not the only thing about this week's SmackDown was the best entrance in professional wrestling history.
Yes.
Big E rolled into the ring.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Big meaty man rolling down the ramp.
And I'm not talking about rolled into just like the ring, orange cap.
He rolled on the ramp.
Started from the ramp all the way down to the ring. He's just like...
He's like an SUV man.
You want your WWE superstars running down long ass ramps? Hell
Not
no,
me.
man. Not me.
We're gonna roll.
Big meaty man rolls down the ramp.
He's an SUV man. He rolls, man.
He's a hero.
He does. I love it. I love it so much. I love it so much. And look, this is probably the best part of this week's SmackDown because not only did he roll to the ring, which is amazing, but he got put over The Miz.
But to add something, I think he has a new fucking finisher. I think what we saw was a new fucking finisher.
Yeah.
And may I say, already one of the best submissions in all wrestling right now.
Yes.
Like,
yeah.
I swear to God, if anyone put me in that lock, I would probably be like, I'm tapping out now. Thank you very much. I don't see fuckers. Dude, I think I see this
exactly
like the new biggest finisher in the company. Because I don't see anyone lasting in this more than a couple of seconds.
No way.
I forgot what they called it. All I know is
muffler.
Yeah, there.
I guess unless you're like Braun Strowman, Paul, where you could like, if someone hooked you upside down, you could probably stand with your hand. But no, Miz isn't like that. And like a lot of people, maybe like 90, 80% of the roster is about the same height as Miz. So like, yeah, I get it. Like it's.
How would you even reach for the ropes when you're like hanging upside down?
If you're in the middle of the ring, man, you can't.
Another dude's shoulder.
That should be the new.
There's no escaping stretch muffler. You just have to tap out.
Yeah,
you just have to tap out. Like it should be a protector.
You have to tap out. Big meaty man.
Unless you're Kota Ibushi, unless you're one of the Bucks, unless you're a Lucha Bro who can just basically twist and fly
and contort your body.
The limit of actual gravity. Yes. I don't really see a lot of people breaking out of it, man.
Miz is like.
Yes.
Yeah, I know. He was tapping out so bad. I'm happy for Biggie. I'm so happy for Biggie.
Like,
My leg!
My
My
leg!
leg!
Oh my
dude,
god.
that's legs on delts, bro, and that's like legs on some of the hardest delts
I
in the
know.
company.
My God.
So
My
like,
God. Jesus Christ.
That
such
hurts.
a beautiful move.
It
I'm
is a
so
beautiful
looking
move.
forward to Big E slowly becoming more serious, just being like, "Ha ha! I'm gonna make you left," and the bell rings, and he's like, "Black dominance
Yeah.
for too
That's
long."
what I want. That's what
Big
I
meaty
want from
man
Big
gets
E.
Oh,
serious.
M.
Big meaty, serious man.
Taking a
So
step back,
congratulations.
he's gonna give the big D.
Yeah.
Hey. Congrats, Big E. Speaking of tapping out, by the way, we were talking about tapping out. So another match that ended with via submission. So AJ Styles versus Grand Metalik for the Intercontinental Championship. Um, I like the match. I like the pace. Um, and I love heel AJ so much. But yeah,
Mhm.
it's amazing how I guess it's just great how AJ is kind of putting or at least by the looks of it, he's putting people over.
Well,
With
Metalik got
Grand Metalik like
kind of
had
got squashed.
I mean he got squashed, yeah, but like there was a significant amount of shine there that
Yeah.
to be honest with you, like kind of took me off my seat. I was like, wow, cool, this is pretty good. So yeah, but after that, Metalik tapped out and Lindsay Dorado so came to the aid of Metalik, and then AJ blindsided him and hit him with a Styles Clash. It feels so good to see the Styles Clash again. Um, but yeah,
Fucking hate
so
the forearm, man. I fucking
what?
hate the forearm so much. I
No,
hate
yeah,
the
no,
phenomenal
yeah, I don't
forearm.
like the forearm. And
For
he
a
won the
man
WWE title with the forearm. So
for a man who can do shit like the spiral tap and to finish with a fucking springboard forearm, that
yeah,
fucking sucks, bro. And like, other thing I hate about it is it's so obviously marketed for children.
yeah,
Like, it's not marketed to be a good finishing move. It was marketed so that kids could like hang on to something. Like
yeah,
from AJ,
that's
they'd
true.
be like, "Oh yeah, I adjust my elbow pad just like AJ," and like, yeah, it was marketed to sell AJ Styles elbow pads. I hate
Yeah,
that. Like,
yeah, I get that.
I hope he starts just using the Styles Clash, because like,
Yeah. Or the
notice
calf
when
crusher,
the
actually.
Bullet Club guys in WWE turn, they start using their good finishes. Like, all right, we get the Styles Clash back. Balor turns, he starts killing people with the Bloody Sunday again.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's true.
yeah.
You think maybe, yeah.
Mhm. I think
No, I mean,
AJ as IC champ is a more top-down version of Cody as TNT champ. Like,
yeah.
it feels like Cody is there's more of an obstacle that Cody's going through with all the TNT matches, but it feels like on AJ's side, the man, like we're getting to see a top guy giving like no TV time superstars a chance to show people that they have talent.
Yeah.
Uh, I think
Agreed.
AJ Styles matches so far have been more interesting, but there's a different kind of appeal to the Cody matches, even though they're historically kind of shit. Like they're lovely and shit at the same time.
I get that. I get
Yeah,
that.
it's a complicated relationship I have with that. But like, yeah, it's good to see AJ heal. But the thing about AJ is he's just so lovable as a person, except for the other parts about his personality.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
but like, his persona as a wrestler is really lovable. So like every time you put this guy up with someone who matches him, then he kind of transcends his character. Like when he fought Riddle, like he shook his hand,
Yes.
but he didn't
Yeah.
necessarily turn. And you
No, he
see
didn't
that
turn.
shit with
He didn't
AJ.
turn.
You just see the shit going on with AJ. He will occasionally go against guys who give him a really good match, and he will give them the rub by shaking their hands, and the next be a sniveling bastard again.
Yep.
It's a complicated place to put AJ in, making him heel because his character's very lovable.
That's true. That's true.
And his character's always respectable.
It is.
And even if he cheats, everyone just kind of neglects it. It's like he's being a flat earther. Everyone just like, we just love you, man.
We just love you.
In the ring. I hate the game. We just love what you do in the ring, man. We just love what you do in the ring. That's a complicated place, but this is the only place you could put AJ right now. It's the most optimized way to use AJ Styles in his current level of credibility in the company, and of course give AJ as many belts as he can possibly possess.
Yeah. He just needs the tag belts at this point.
Yeah, he just needs the tag belts to be a Grand Slam.
Yeah.
And then
he should be
NXT or some shit. I don't know. There's too much money in AJ for him to go to NXT, but still. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Those
of NXT.
Okay things about SmackDown. Or was there another?
No, that was pretty much it. Yeah. Speaking of, that was SmackDown. And speaking of NXT, so we're moving on pretty quick. Can I just... Okay, so I'm just going to start off by saying this guy, Bronson Reed, is really impressing me. He is. And I'm actually pretty psyched. What? Sorry?
McCoy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. So, I'm actually pretty psyched that he is in the North American title picture. He won the triple threat last week with him, Johnny Gargano, and Roderick Strong. And speaking of Roderick Strong and Johnny Gargano, they had a really good match this week. I think Gargano won that match. And it was really interesting. It was Gargano won. It was really interesting to see Gargano and Strong just really go at it. It was a fun, fast-paced match.
It was a
really good match.
It was a WWE match.
Yeah. Super good match. And we had Finn Balor versus Timothy Thatcher versus Dexter Lumis.
My boy
Dexter Lumis won that match. Who's your boy, Dexter Lumis? Yeah, he is, and he won that match. And by the way, did you see how he won that match? He just crept up while Timothy Thatcher had Finn Balor in the, I think it was a figure four, right? It was a figure four.
I think a leg lock of some sort.
Yeah, it was a leg lock. So what he does is he creeps up behind Timothy Thatcher, and he doesn't apply the lock right away. He looks into Timothy Thatcher from behind, and then that's when he applies the lock. Look at this creepy, handsome man in the North American title picture.
I've barely ever seen Dexter Lumis. I've only seen him a couple times, but I love him. He looks like the last kid at a baby with Freddie Mercury, and that baby ate nothing but steroids all his life. And then just decided, I'm not gonna murder just the Jews. I'll murder everyone.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I wonder what would have happened if Loomis looked Timothy Thatcher and then Balor tapped out. I should have.
Oh yeah, that would suck. That would suck.
I should have applied the lock earlier.
Yeah, I know. It's I should have. But it was amazing how he put Timothy Thatcher to sleep, and it wasn't even a tap. It was a legit
Thatcher
knockout.
Passed out.
So. It was interesting. It's interesting how they're putting these new guys into the North American title picture. So, when Keith Lee relinquished, when he gave up the NA title, I think that was last week, right? Or no, it was a few weeks ago. It was 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago. When he gave up the title, or was it last week? I don't know.
No, it was last week.
But it was last week. It was last week. Right. I wasn't sure why he had to do that, but now that this is happening and the NA title looks more promising than ever, I am all for it. Because Keith Lee's feud with Karrion Kross looks amazing for the NXT title. It looks really good. How Keith Lee, have you guys, did you all see Keith Lee's
Yeah.
promo?
Yeah.
It was so good, right? It
Yeah.
was really good. And like how what was his name? Karrion Cross just comes out.
Oh,
He gets
you mean Cameron
Oh no,
Grimes?
not Karrion
Yeah.
Cross. Sorry, Cameron Grimes.
Cameron
My
Grimes.
mistake. Sorry, Cameron Grimes. Cameron Grimes just comes out and he gets monumentally eaten alive by Keith Lee before Scarlett. That's Scarlett Bordeaux, right? No,
Scarlett,
wait,
yeah, it's
was it
Scarlett, yeah,
Scarlett
Scarlett,
Bordeaux?
yeah.
And tries to, Cameron Grimes tries to buy into the distraction, but no, he hops in right into a spirit bomb before Karrion Cross gets on the Titantron and tells Keith Lee, either you do this the easy way and you give me my title shot, and no one else has to suffer. Because before that he injured Dijakovic.
I know he murdered.
Or we do this the hard way, murdered Dijakovic basically. Yeah. Poor Dijak. Rest in peace, Dijak. Or we do this the hard way, and everyone suffers. And Keith Lee's like, you know what? Name the time and place, and I'm gonna whoop that ass.
Oh no, there
verbatim.
Kids watching.
Whoop that ass.
I just don't think
like,
that's a threatening thing to say.
It's not. I mean, but still, it's different because like.
Yeah.
Keith Lee practically swore twice in one.
No, but let me say this. Let me say this about Keith Lee. All my feelings towards hating Keith Lee are all like non-objective. Like I think that Keith Lee is top man material. Like he is such a top that I don't ever see this guy being anywhere other than the top. He's just so charismatic, so good with camera placement. He's so good at like doing comedy murder and having people on his side that like there was nowhere else to put him. There's nowhere else to put him but the top spot. And I'm just happy that he's in the top spot right now because after how long have we had Cole as champ? Was that 2 years?
400 days. 400 something? 400
something
yeah,
days.
It was,
yeah,
400
days. That's a lot of days, and that was the undisputed era. Despite a very disputed era, was a good time, and it was very much the time now to give it to someone else, and there was no one else on the NXT roster currently that deserves that belt more than me.
Yes, I agree.
I just hate him because
so
he took the NA off of Roddy, but yeah. I'll blame Triple
H. I know you love Roddy. I know.
Terrible. Just kidding. You're okay. I loved I love how you betray your friends. It's the best. Good God. Good job.
So anyway, speaking of the Undisputed Era, they are back in full force, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
So Adam Cole, Bobby Fish, Roderick Strong, and a returning Kyle O'Reilly. Did you guys see those therapy sessions back then?
Yes.
When Roderick Strong was when he was like traumatized by Dexter Loomis, and he didn't even bother looking to the left and seeing like a fake psychologist in Kyle O'Reilly. But yeah, that was hilarious, and it's just fun to see the UE boys. UA, see, that's what My Hero Academia does to you. Yeah, but it does. It's just awesome seeing like the UE boys back together and beating up Imperium. By the way, so I think they're trying to go for the tag titles again.
Yeah.
Which wait, does this, which begs the question, does this make them, is this you guys think it's a face turn, or, because Imperium's heel, right?
Okay. Wait, so
I think it would be a good time to do it. I mean, Bond, go ahead, but like,
right, so I don't know if it's just me, but I'm kind of nervous that this might, and I repeat, might be the end of Undisputed Era. Because, like, Roddy lost to Gargano. Adam Cole's like, lost in the shuffle. Bobby Fish without a partner. O'Reilly just returned. So I don't know. They're like, they're lost. They're kind of lost. So I don't know
Yeah.
if this is the end. I don't know if someone's turning. I hope a little side of me is like, I hope someone does. But
Yeah.
it's kind of
Yeah.
interesting to
Yeah. I
see
kind of want.
what's gonna happen next week. But again,
Yeah.
this is just me. But I think this is the end of the Undisputed Era.
Of
I am
undisputed.
sad.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm sad too. And actually, if someone were to turn, I feel like it shouldn't just be like what happened to the Shield, where Rollins turned on Ambrose and Reigns. I think if there was a turn happening, it could be like two members versus two. Um, maybe just
Yeah.
a thought. But if you guys saw, and I if you guys saw, and I know we're kind of plugging in other product into this, but it's Blampier, so it's okay, I guess. If you guys saw his podcast about NXT, basically what he thinks should happen is maybe the undisputed era go on like a fatal four-way match, just to because I like basically the concept of it. Although it's I don't know how it plays well with like with the psychology of things, but the concept of it is, look. They go to Regal and go, look, Regal, we just need to get this out of our system. We've been out of sync lately, and this is just a way for us to let off some steam. So maybe just have us just go at it with one another and go back in sync. And like, yeah, that could be a thing. I don't know how it's gonna play out. Again, this is just fantasy at this point. It may or may not be it may or may not be a bad idea, but like, yeah, I don't. I also see that the undisputed era is running on borrowed time. It really is.
Yes. Yes.
It just kind of feels like at this point, I'm sorry to say this, and I don't know if you guys would agree with me, but it just kind of feels like a sort of Shield-ish gimmick, where just for the sake of bringing them in, they brought them in. They brought all four of them in, once again. So I don't know. All I can say is I don't know if we're gonna see them um, as a group any longer. I feel like maybe Strong could get called up. I feel like maybe Cole could get called up, and maybe like Red Dragon could get called up somewhere else. I don't know. I'm not sure. Um, but I'm definitely still looking forward to what the final ish days of UE and wherever that may bring them. So yeah,
I mean,
I know it's sad. It's sad. It's
We
really
are
I,
all
I,
sad.
I
sad.
think I think y'all are thinking a little too WWE for this. Um, no, for real, because like we're all kind of conditioned for factions to end in like a hostile manner. And
Hostile,
I think this
yeah.
is a really good time for them to go outside the box. Now that they're going against Imperium again, who they've lost to, I would really love to see a last stand where they team up with each other to lose to Imperium again. Just one last time, everybody trying to come together to take out a common enemy, and they lose again. For
Yeah.
them to just say that maybe our time has passed, maybe this is the time for us to go our separate ways, then they all separate and break up amicably. I think it's a
Yeah.
really good time to do that
That's
because
true. That's also good.
it's not cliched.
Mhm.
If Culture Pit ended, would we really end it with a fist fight, bro?
Man,
Who's the best content
No.
creator? No, I'm gonna kick your ass for it. Ending by the end. It's still making shit on YouTube. It's not how things end in real life. Sometimes things just stop working. And I want to see that with the Undisputed Era because I've never really seen them out of sync. But then we never
Right.
really saw the Shield out of sync. So like why would these people have any doubts in each other other than time causes things to need to change? And the Undisputed Era will stop being an effective team at some point in time, especially because they are literally a team named after a point in time.
True.
So,
True.
like,
That's true.
this is a good opportunity for them to naturally end. This is a good point for them to just choose their own paths. I still want to see Red Dragon tag. I still want
Yeah,
to see Roddy
sure.
doing great mid card shit. and I'm just looking forward to Adam Cole's being Adam Cole and stuff. No, don't do that. I hate that shit. I'm so fucking tired of payback.
Stop. Get some help.
Get
some
help.
Help.
Like, if everyone
Oh,
here,
man.
including myself, hates how much this happens in AEW, then I hate the Bebe shit. But kind of more of because I associate it with bad memories.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. We were all there.
Rest in peace.
But like,
Speaking of
Rest in peace.
speaking of AEW, there you go.
shit,
That's how you do a transition.
fucking
No.
step transitions and shit. Yeah.
Yes. All right. So that's WWE, ladies and gentlemen. We move on to AEW. And Seb, take it away.
A
What happened?
10-man tag with Sammy Guevara and Best Friends with Friends. Is that what they called it?
Yeah, best friends with
Best
friends.
friends and friends. So many friends.
Best friends and friends?
Yeah.
Yes, best friends and friends in the
That's
form
awesome,
of
dude. Man, I miss Friends, Mom.
I didn't see a ton of it, but like, how's a 10-man tag boring? How's a 10-man tag with like a giant dinosaur luchador and a not so giant flippy boy,
Yeah.
and inner circle not very entertaining to me. It was, yeah, it wasn't, man. God damn it, Teddy Long, why you got a book like this?
Hold on a minute.
Best man. He tries his best.
The Undertaker!
I'm gonna tell you,
I'll tell
I'm-
you will face the
Sammy Guevara.
Undertaker.
and I'm gonna take you, Jurassic Express, and you, best friends, and I'm gonna make y'all tag in the 10-man tag team player, and the winner goes one-on-one
Wait,
with the Undertaker. Wait, no, wrong company. We can't afford it. But yeah, that's what happened, man, and it was not great. It's not great.
It was, yeah. It did.
It's nice to see Sammy Guevara back after he got backwards canceled.
Yeah. Yeah.
But with one backwards cancellation finished comes another one.
I know. Pretty terrible.
Do you have any idea how difficult it is to listen to that fucking commentary team with JR
Oh my
being
gosh,
a
yes.
fucking boomer?
Excalibur wasn't on, and I
Without
was really,
Excalibur
really
going
fucking
like,
worried.
calm down, you old man.
Oh my gosh.
They're all just like people in their 40s and 50s desperately trying to get the senior citizen to calm the fuck down. Man, but it's nice to see Taz having still some good commentary chops.
Well, he's
Well,
yeah. For sure. For sure.
Yeah, I liked hearing what Taz had to say about most shit. It reminds me of when Taz did commentary at the second ECW One Night Stand, where you're seeing Taz just be like, "I love wrestling, and I'm expressing how much I love wrestling." Yeah. What was the next match after that? I forgot.
I think it was it Cody?
Oh,
Yeah, Cody versus Warhorse. Some indie guy.
I'm
Sorry, Warhorse, I don't know you.
I am mad. I am mad at Cody using the fucking figure four as a finisher. You son of a bitch. Like,
What would you expect? His father faced like the originator. I don't know if
Father.
he's the originator, but you know.
to use a bionic elbow. Not the fucking figure four. What does he have to do with Ric Flair? Other than he's like being trained by Rick's friend.
Woo!
My father.
Dude, I would be better. I would be more into the idea of Cody using a double A spinebuster.
I agree.
Because Arn Anderson.
Or Anderson's
It's
DDT.
kind of like burying Arn, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
look how I'm not using the move you're known for. But I know they're
For
gonna
sure.
like maybe put him in with Tully soon. But like,
Yeah.
fuck, I don't want him to use the figure 4. They're just letting people know who's really good. A guy from the other company.
Yeah. Oh man. I think there was also the MJF promo.
Fucking
Wait, people! You forgot the post match for Cody and Warhorse. Jack Ryder
yeah.
came.
Yep. Zack
Oh,
Ryder,
Jack Ryder.
Yeah,
Matt
Jack
Cardona,
Ryder. Jack Ryder.
Jack Ryder,
Strong
who's
Island.
always
Yes.
been Jack.
Matt Cardona.
Yeah.
Yes. Matt Cardona came in, and I fucking hell.
It was kind of a mess because, like, he just randomly popped out. And there
Yeah.
you go.
Zack and
And there you go,
Cody.
Jack Ryder!
Dude, like I already posted this on my Facebook, and I'm like, I swear to God, if fucking AEW misses the opportunity to make a web show called "The Too Sweet Life of Zack and Cody," they're fucking missing out, bro. Like his name is just Zack. He's not Matt Cardona. He's just Zack because he doesn't have the rights to Ryder. So it's just Zack with just Cody, and they have a too sweet life. They live in the same apartment.
exactly.
They have a stepmom. It's probably Brandy. It's gonna be great.
Dude, why?
It's gonna be great.
Why?
They're gonna be
Oh,
bothering
man.
the hotel.
Now I
manager
want to see that.
with
I
the
actually
young
want to see that. I actually want to see that now.
It's the too sweet life of Zack and Cody, man.
So interesting. So interesting.
Dude, Kota Ibushi is playing Brenda Kong's character.
Sounds so good. I mean,
Kota Ibushi's
Can we-
like, "Well, I don't understand how you use the Prindo.
can we do it? AEW, please.
I mean,
Let's
obviously,
send this to AEW. Let's send this to Cody. Like, let's tweet this to Cody.
Send this to Cody.
Yeah,
Cody,
Cody,
please.
I mean,
Our friend has
Kyrie
a
saying listen to
multi-million
us,
dollar
right?
idea.
we'll tweet
Jesus
this out to
Christ.
Cody. He definitely
Man.
needs to make that show.
Shit.
Life,
When did fucking what's his name again?
Eddie Kingston.
MJF.
Eddie Kingston. When did he come out?
It was last week.
The last week.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
I just gotta say, Eddie Kingston, man, is the bee's knees. He is the bee's knees. I love that guy. I don't know him from his time with LAX. I only knew LAX back when it was like Conan, Homicide, and some shit. That shit.
Yep.
But I didn't know much of Eddie Kingston, and man, did I love that promo. That was a really, really good promo. But I don't know what this means for Cody. Like, I'm so confused with how to feel about Cody. Because everyone's just being like, "You're a privileged prick." And Cody's just like, "Yeah, let's fight." And then he wins.
Yeah.
and then he wins. What's this supposed to mean? Are we supposed to like
That's basically his story. That is his gimmick right now.
Yeah.
Dude,
That's why-
everyone's putting up a valid argument for why he shouldn't be fucking champion, but he keeps winning.
It's like, how dare you call me? How dare you call out my privileged life, my privileged
Yeah,
wrestling
right.
life? I'm gonna beat you up right now.
Dude, sometimes he wins by cheating.
Yeah.
Hear this fucker. Dusty finish after dusty finish because he doesn't have enough mic time to talk about his dad. Like,
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, Cody! Why?
but I mean,
Cody,
really,
come on, man.
Come on,
Like,
man.
Come on.
all of them are
Come
really
on, man.
But we love
Better than this. But we love you, but we love
Yeah.
you. Speaking of people we love, MJF.
Not
I
wait,
love
bro.
MJF's promo so much. Did you guys see it?
Yes.
Dude, MJF should be president.
He should be president.
He should be president. I know that Bond's iffy about the MJF, and I'm sure a lot of other, mostly WWE marks are not on board with MJF. Mostly because they don't watch AEW; they just watch enough of it to talk shit.
Yep.
MJF, man, is ready. Like, he is a he is a fully formed superstar. He's sound as fuck in the ring. He knows how to give faces their shine. He knows how to make himself look like an idiot, and he knows how to get you to hate him. His logo is draped in plaid, beige plaid, as if he knew how much that would piss people off. Like, how dare you? How dare you? Your logo over a flag of lesbian cloth. Like,
If you're just watching this now, you'll see episodes of After Dark, and there's a reason we call it that. It's because we don't give a fuck. This is not the CP. This is not the culture pit you would see like in an event or something. Well,
Yes.
well, maybe, but yeah, it's not. It's very different.
After work.
Anyway,
yeah, look, these podcasts we make for us and the people, but like,
Mostly for us.
we're professionals. We do this because we want a place where we can be 100% ourselves.
honest.
As we want Culture Pit to be a place where you can be 100% yourself. We love you. We love you. Unless you're an asshole. If you're an asshole, I love you.
Unless you're an asshole and Darby Allin.
Oh, yeah. Darby Allin, you are not welcome here. Stop breaking legs. More particularly your own. Stop hurting yourself. Stop skateboarding. Stop trying to make skateboards a thing.
Stop skateboarding off a ladder.
You're not Tony Hawk. You are not a PlayStation 1. I'm so tired of... Fuck. I saw him do that thing, that thumbtack skateboard thing. Did you guys see the
Yes.
thing?
Yes.
Fucking hell, bro. That hurts like hell. Because it's not just like you're getting like flatly hit with like a skateboard or anything. When you skateboard a skateboard, I know what I said, and you like kind of kick it to someone's back like that, it gives the tacks an opportunity to fucking scrape. Like, that could have been real bad.
It
And
could have been.
it looked real bad. Because you know how thumbtack bumps are usually like, oh, we see these guys start to look like Hot Topic belts. But man, these guys were like bleeding.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fucking hell, Darby. I get that you like violence. I get
But
that
get
you
some
like
help.
being a jackass.
Please get some help.
Get help.
All right.
Yeah.
So back to AEW.
love AEW.
So what else? Yeah, back to AEW. What
That
else was
was
there?
the
Show. We mean the show, bro. The show.
That was part of the show. Ambrose
but yeah.
again tagged.
Oh
Again,
yeah.
But
A guy I don't know the name of, and
Ricky Starks.
I just-
Absolute
the
Ricky
machine.
Ricky.
Starks.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ricky Starks.
Former NWA superstar.
Okay.
Yes.
Man, I don't like anything happening in the world title picture. I'm not interested. And this is sad because Moxley hasn't had a lot of time to really do much because of the pandemic. A lot of things were delayed, but I'm not enjoying the Moxley era, man. Like, the tag stuff is great, but I feel like the tag belts are the world title belts. I don't think that Mox is doing anything particularly good with that belt.
Yes.
I don't know if you guys agree on that, but like,
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, because he's kind of stuck with Brian Cage for like, I don't know, months now.
yeah,
Or 2
Yeah.
months?
Yeah,
4 months?
it's
I don't
it's
know.
it's it's stuck there. At least, and I will say this: at least when Jericho had the belt, so many things went on. Like there were so many things going on, with the world title picture, and I guess like even though he won so many of those encounters, it just made everything just super interesting. This one, however, it's just the same thing over and over and over again, and I just really think we're long overdue for a change. I think MJF should get the title. And I think they should do it as soon as possible. I think right off the bat, as soon as they square off,
Has Ambrose
MJF
had
should
been
just
out
get
for
it.
6 months? I'm
Sorry?
trying to look back.
What?
Yeah, he. Oh yeah,
He's had it for 6 months, right?
yeah. Since
Um,
February of this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ambrose has had a long reign.
Moxley.
It's a respectable. Moxley has had a respectable and long reign. But it's falling short, and I don't think it's his fault. I think the
It's not his
problem
fault,
here
yes.
is they're kind of confused with what to do with the world title. Because they haven't been giving us world title matches with people that we want to see in the world title picture.
Yeah.
We saw him fight Brody. Good match. I loved Brody in that match. But if any of you were saying, I want Brody Lee to be the #1 contender, y'all fucking lying.
No,
And if
I don't
y'all
know.
said that you wanted Brian Cage to be the fucking next guy, I'd be telling you, what are you talking about? He's not an AEW.
I think the problem is he's feuding with dudes who just debuted. You know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like.
Yeah.
All right.
I agree.
So.
I agree.
Some of the AEW fans know who Brian Cage is,
Mhm.
but you should consider the casual fans who are not like indie fans. You know, like so Moxley should feud with AEW dudes, not just
Yep.
some guy who just pops up like 2 weeks ago. You know, there's no story behind the feud. And
Like-
behind the people who are in the feud. So
I'll be real here, man. I would have liked to see fucking Jungle Boy versus Mox.
Mox.
No,
Ambrose.
no, oh my god.
I would have loved.
Yeah.
I would have loved to see. I would have loved to see. Hell, fuck him, but Darby. I'd love to see Darby versus Mox. I'd love.
Next week.
I'd love to see homegrown guys.
Yeah.
Sammy Guevara versus Mox. Fucking hell, guys. He's fought Jake Hager, right?
Yeah. Yeah, and
Yeah.
Jake Hager. But yeah, man, they have such a great pool of talent. Has he gone against the elite guys for the belt? None yet, right?
No.
well,
Well,
Omega, but it's not for the title.
He fought Omega, but
Yeah,
that was
not
an
for the title.
unsanctioned
Yeah,
match.
yeah. That was before he was.
Technically, it didn't
I wanna
happen.
see-
Yeah,
I want to see
Technically,
Mox
yeah.
versus Hangman. I really want to see Mox versus Hangman.
Yes. Please.
that would be great.
That would be amazing. Moxley versus Hangman, like super.
But everyone needs Hangman to win. Like the biggest downside to Hangman is he's done his best work in this elite feud, which means he has to finish this elite feud, which means we have to wait at least 6 months for it to be the right time for him to take the world title.
Yep. I mean, I'm willing to wait.
But I see the route they're going in here, and if my calculations are fucking correct, buddy, Darby's gonna lose to Mox.
Mox.
He's gonna lose to Mox. That will be Mox's last good title defense before he should drop it to fucking MJF. MJF will hold it for a good amount of time. I don't fucking care when. He will This man will not have one clean win during this entire reign. I want him to hold the title for a fucking year, maybe. Like 1 year of just, oh yes, I won by count out. I won by grabbing the tights. Low blows. Fujiwara
heel stuff.
after Wardlow punches this guy in.
Usual sniveling heel
Yes.
stuff.
I don't want him to. I want him to be the JBL, but better
But yeah.
of AEW. I just want everyone in AEW to have world title blue balls, like
Yes.
with MJF, because that is exactly what he would deliver, and he is so fucking ready to do it.
Sobra. Super ready.
He is so
ready.
ready to be on top. He is so ready to carry the banner of that company, and he is so ready to make people know that the guys in AEW that you haven't fucking heard of yet, by the time that they get in the ring with fucking MJF, you will know them and you will know MJF. And with this presidential address, that's what they fucking called it. His fucking presidential address.
That was so good. That was so good.
Dude, I would argue that for the first time ever, we saw a new dimension to his character.
Yes, I agree.
MJF is a bad person, and that's how he advertises himself to be. But he just showed here that he sees that he's the right man to lead AEW into the future. He said it. He bleeds black, white, and gold. That shit, that is top guy shit.
Sobra.
And he is, I'd say he's more ready than Hangman. Because Hangman has business to take care of.
Yeah.
And Ambrose needs to drop this.
Moxley.
Mox needs to drop this to someone who came from here.
Yeah.
It's time for AEW to invest in their guys. And the first guy they should give this brass ring to is MJF.
I agree. 100%. 100%.
And when that happens, I will be the happiest man on earth. I will get myself a plaid scarf. I will wear that shit in the worst weather, and I will be proud. Man, I love MJF so much.
Absolutely.
He is so great. So fucking great.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Good.
Fuck.
Hoping for the best, really, for AEW. But is there anything else in AEW that we missed?
No. That's all.
Another tag team match, I think. Dark Order versus Kenny and Adam Page. Adam Page.
Hangman.
Yeah. I keep on not saying his name. We just say Hangman most of the time that I've forgotten his name is Adam Page. Yeah. I'm just like, is this another Adam we like in wrestling? There are just a lot of Adams we like.
So many Adams. Many Adams.
Yeah, and he pissed off Omega, bro. Like, he got started with the match before Omega got in the ring.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, and they won the match. Obviously. And then Dark Order started doing the whole, let's pull out our Dark Order insects. And they, like, pulled out 10 randos in Dark Order masks to, like, beat them up. So, like, the Bucks arrived from, like, where the hard cam is, and then, like, the Revival helped out later.
FTR.
You notice that when they have their jackets on, they have Revolt logos?
Yeah.
On the front, and then FTR at the back.
Yeah.
It's just funny. Like, they need new jackets.
They do.
You could tell they were super ready to arrive in AEW as Revolt, and then they had to take that back. Yeah. But yeah, man, like we're seeing more teases. And this is shit that like it's like Marvel Easter egg level shit that they're showing here. Like right after the tussle kerfuffle, you could see that Hangman has his belt, and one of the Revolt, the FTR guys. Just a lot of names, man. Just a lot of names for Harwood and Wheeler. God, porno guys. They handed over to Hangman. They handed the belt over to Hangman. Just like more of like, we respect you as the tag team champion. Fuck that other Canadian guy. And it's building to what I'm sure is going to be a feud between Bucks and Omega versus FTR and Page. And man, I would love to see them fight each other while they're still tag partners.
For sure.
Not dysfunctional. They still have the belts, but have a match against each other.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Teams that should be the rivals. Like, this is just the best dysfunctional family ever. Like, we just stay together for the kids, and the kids are the belts.
Basically. Yeah. And don't forget, Hangman calls the tag titles his titles. Like,
yeah,
his.
he did. Yeah. And we're starting to see like Kenny Omega's Canadianness start to unravel. It's like, God damn it, I already gave you my poutine and my snowmobile. You got to take the titles too. I'm gonna start kicking your ass with my angry knees.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, basically.
Not the poutine, bro.
Yeah, I think
Not
about
the
it.
poutine.
Yeah.
He's too nice.
You crossed the line
too
of the
nice.
cheese and the gravy, mate.
Yeah, so that was a good show. I mean, it was a pretty good show. Yeah, that was AEW.
Wrestling. A lot of 2 weeks of wrestling, bro.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, so that's our review for the week. Now just a quick activity for all of us here, for 2 weeks actually, yeah. So that's just a quick activity for us here, just to change things up a bit. So yeah, we mentioned in episode 1 of Buckle Bomb that wrestling is like such a big part of all of us here in Culture Pit, and just because of that, we want to share with you, the viewers, who our favorite wrestlers are, just our top 5 favorite wrestlers, like right off the fly. Let's make this interesting. So 5 favorite wrestlers, but overall, for all of those 5, you only have 1 minute to explain why you like them. So just a phrase would do. Like if you say you like John Moxley, just one phrase as to why you would like him. So Bon, I don't know if you can edit a timer in here, but
sure.
There you go.
Hey, pal.
All right, so who wants to go first?
Hey, I have a question.
Man, I'm still thinking.
I have a question. Is Hogan on your
man.
Is Hogan
What?
on your
Hogan
No, God, no. Hogan's not. just as a tip for my guys out there.
Hogan's
When you're talking to a girl, and a girl, and she asks you, "Hey, what are you up to?" and you say you're into wrestling, you're doing wrestling stuff, you're watching wrestling, you're watching a podcast, about wrestling. And she goes, "Oh, I like wrestling too. My favorite's Hulk Hogan." Chances are she's not into wrestling. So
But
there
she's
you go.
definitely into you.
Yes.
She's definitely into you. So that's a good thing.
Because if she would lie, like that is such a big such a big lie. That is the biggest lie ever told.
And how you know is you ask her, "What's your favorite Hogan match?" If she says Hulk Hogan versus Shawn Michaels, she's lying to you. So there
Hey,
you
that's
go.
a fucking great match. That's one of the funniest fucking matches.
It was funny. It was funny.
It's funny.
But it was
So
funny.
he answers Hulk Hogan now.
Oh man.
Just say.
All right. So who wants to go first?
You go first. You go first.
Oh, yeah, you go first.
One.
Pao goes first.
Me first?
Yeah,
Nah, man. I didn't plan on going first. All right, sige. 3, 2, timer starts now. All right, so in no particular order, my 5 favorite wrestlers right now would have to be my top guy, Edge. Obviously, because I've loved Edge since I was a kid. I've always loved faces, and Seb knows this, but I could never hate Edge, ever. Number 2, again, in no particular order, so 2, 3, 4, and 5, mixed. Bahala kayo if you guys want to rank it amongst yourselves. I got AJ Styles. AJ Styles is phenomenal in the ring. Again, I respect him. He's great. Number 3, I'm gonna say Switchblade, Jay White. I love his moveset. I love the Blade Runner. That's probably my favorite finisher to date. Number 4, I am going to say, shit. Number 4, I am going to say Shinsuke Nakamura. I love Strong Style very much. And number 5, I am going to say it's a tie between Adam Cole and crap.
Timer.
Clock's ticking. No, I'm not done. So it's Adam Cole probably versus Chris Jericho. So I know Seb would probably, but it's weird to compare these two, but I love them both, and Yeah, I know he's slapping me in the head right now. But I love them both so much, and I can't choose a number five. They're probably like second or third on that list or something. And that is my top five favorite wrestlers to date. I normally change it after a year or so, depends. But yeah. All right, I'm passing the ball to Seb. Why don't you go?
Fucking hell, bro. Look, it's so difficult for me to name a top five. What's easy for me is to name my top one. Chris Jericho.
Right.
This man is the one of the he's on the list of people that if you were gonna say a GOAT fucking wrestler, a greatest of all time wrestler, you would answer Jericho. No one would argue with that shit. He's just never really done anything wrong. He knows how to innovate. He knows how to make himself relevant, and he knows how to maintain his physique and his moveset, and just he understands the craft and what works progressively, like as time moves on. Jericho's just great. He's the pinnacle of everything great in pro wrestling right now, and I think even in the future. Number fucking two, Jesus Christ. Oh fuck.
Man, I realize I forgot to add someone in my list. But yeah, anyway, that's it's your turn.
At this point on, it's not in any order. I'm not saying that this is like my number two spot, but he's the one I'm thinking of.
Timer just blew up.
I'm a modernist, man. I'm a modernist. So I'm gonna say that, man, just because he's so great, MJF is who I'm gonna put as number two right now. The man talks for days. He knows how to put his opponents over without even having to get pinned. He's such a young guy. He's so crisp in that ring. He's so good on that mic. He does not know how to fail. I love him. I fucking love him. He's my hero. He's everything I hope to become. Number three, yes, that's what guys. Fuck. Number three right now, man, Hangman Page, man, like,
I had a feeling.
Who fucking thought that this guy from the Bullet Club, the one with the most random fucking gimmick of I am a cowboy in a place of scalps, no one thought that Adam Page from his Bullet Club days would be one of the coolest things in wrestling now. He's brought back that weird Stone Cold-esque coolness that we've missed since the Attitude Era, which makes me move on to number four. Who's my number four favorite wrestler?
Keith Lee.
Keith Lee? Big E?
My father.
Strong. Big E.
My father.
No, here's the only thing I can guarantee you guys. Oh, all right. I'll put him up as four. Drew.
McIntyre.
You that?
McIntyre.
Drew McIntyre.
Oh.
I look back at the one of the After Dark podcasts where we talked about our Royal Rumble predictions. Mm-hmm. At a time when no one fucking thought this guy would be in the top spot anytime soon, I said my pick for the Royal Rumble winner was Drew fucking McIntyre. And this fucker took it home.
Yep.
And then the worst time in history to become, the WrestleMania main eventer, he fucking won. And he did. The best thing to happen to that world title in what? 6 years?
Yeah, 6 years.
Since Punk?
About.
Fuck, man. He just holds that belt with fucking grace and fucking such a lovely guy. Like, he's so lovable. He's such a good face. And he's so top guy material. He's got a cool fucking finisher. He can go back to the future shock and no one would say no. Like, he's gone through shit. He went through that. He overcame it. He's got a great story and everyone loves him and he should hold the belt till he's dead. Like when he's like a 90.
Yeah.
Number five. Fucking hell. Number five is going to be difficult because I don't think past two. Uh,
Off top of your head. Off top of your head.
just because, man, Bond's gonna fucking shit. Pentagon Junior.
That's cool.
Junior. Like I really don't want. I really don't want to say Pentagon Junior because of what people know about him currently. But I watched fucking Lucha Underground shit, man. And he's so great on Lucha Underground. He's this weird, spooky, I'm the son of the devil type of guy. And Cero Miedo comes from a really cool, dark place, man. And the shit he was able to do in Lucha Underground, he became like evil John Cena of Lucha Underground. He's so great in tags. Like, you don't see guys often be such good tag wrestlers and singles wrestlers. He's in one of the best tag teams in the world while being one of the best wrestlers in the world. He can fly, he has power moves, he's got a great look. He's one of the best masks in wrestling. He's one of those people that doesn't even need to speak English. That if he just goes full on like his natural Hispanic self, he would still be really cool. He just has to stop doing this all the time. He can do more shit than this, trust me. But like, he's so great. I love everything he does in the ring. I love Pentagon. I just hate that his name is Junior.
I mean, Rey Mysterio used to be Rey Mysterio Jr.
When I'm sure Pentagon Senior exists.
Jun.
Pentagon Junior is fucking terrifying. But one of these days, his father, Pentagon Senior, is gonna come out with a belt or a slipper since he's Mexican, and he's just gonna be like, I don't know how to speak Spanish. Like, angry Spanish noises at your son. Like, it's gonna be a slipper, it's a skeleton slipper, and he slaps Pentagon Junior. That fuck. Sorry. But yeah, those are my top 5 right now. I'm sorry for Pentagon Junior being my 5th, but I love it.
It's okay. Alright, Bon, why don't you go next?
Alright, so my top 5 is actually fixed. So this is my top 5 of all time. So just a little disclaimer, I've been a fan of wrestling for like, I don't know, 18 years. And none of my top 5 include the old dudes.
Hold on.
What?
Hold on. You've been a fan of wrestling for 18 years. How old are you?
Now? I'm 26.
That's most of his life, folks. He's been a fan of wrestling for most of the time that he's been a conscious fucking human being. So that's letting you know that he fucking loves it, man.
So,
Yep.
and to honor my top 5, I made a shirt. I wore it when WWE was here 4 years ago, 2016.
One is not red.
So here is my top 5. I don't know if you
He has the shortest entry.
Awesome.
It's
He's like,
Punk,
your top 5.
It's
How
Punk.
circumstantial.
Awesome.
it's Punk, it's Zayn, Ambrose, Rollins, and Owens. Why those 5? They changed my life. Punk taught me how to be outspoken more. Zayn, well, I love you, Zayn. He pretty much changed everything. Ambrose taught me how to, let the rage out more. Rollins taught me how to
Laugh.
Yeah, laugh. and gouge eyes out. No. Rollins taught me how to, strategize because he's an architect. Seth Todd Rollins. And Owens taught me how to fight. So
How to
There
fight,
you go.
yes.
I
would
would
love to see a building Seth Rollins design, by the way. I'm just saying.
But if
Right.
if we'd go further, my top 10 would be Punk, Zayn, Ambrose, Rollins, Owens, Bryan, Cesaro, Chris Hero, Cassius Ohno, Shinsuke, and Aleister Black. there you go.
Fuck, now
This is
Good
of
choice.
all time. Of all time.
Of all time.
Yeah.
Of all time.
Well,
I
11
totally
would be
forgot
Chuck
to
Taylor.
add Keith Lee to my list.
All
I
the
totally
time.
forgot to add Keith Lee to my list because he is there. Anyway, yeah. Good job. I love Bond's top 10, actually. It's pretty good. I
And
love how
if
he has an
yeah,
explanation for
if
his top
we go
5. It's really
further,
spot on.
top 11 would be Chuck Taylor.
Jesus.
No, Chuck
Who?
Taylor.
Oh,
Chuck
Charles
T.
Taylor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Charles
Chuck T.
Taylor.
Yeah.
Love you, Chucky.
Alright,
None of your shoes fit on me, guy.
that's fine.
I'm not
Gab.
Converse.
Let's go, Gab.
Oh, my top 5. Like
Hulk
it's
Hogan.
not like I like watching this guys. My top 5 in no particular order. Daniel Bryan,
Mm-hmm.
cuz yeah, Daniel Bryan. I just love watching.
Because it's Daniel Bryan.
Because he's a
Yeah.
vegan.
And I like he's very good. He's
He's
very good.
very good. He's very
He's
good.
very good.
He's
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
good.
Hikaru Shida.
Of course.
Why not, right?
Cutie Shida.
I love watching
Gab
her,
said it.
man. He just
Beautiful
can't. He just can't get mad, you know.
Hello
Just can't
everyone.
get mad.
This is a
He's so
Shida.
adorable.
Shida Shibu.
So cute.
Yeah, he's mad, but she's still cute when she's mad. I don't know how, but yeah.
She is.
Booker T. I love Booker T, man.
Booker's great, man.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Booker.
Great in the ring.
Chris Jericho.
Batista's ass.
In real life, yeah, in real life, oh my gosh.
Yeah,
They fought backstage. Backstage.
yeah, man.
Shit.
They fought
Yeah, Chris
backstage.
Jericho.
That's what you
Of
get.
course, he's on the list. Come
Chris
on,
Jericho.
he's on the
Yeah.
list.
The
And
lexicon of Le Champion. Yeah.
and lastly, it's
gotta
gotta be Matt Hardy, man.
Matt Hardy.
my-
Which one?
Huh?
Which
Oh.
one?
All
All
of it.
All of them.
All of those Hardy.
All of it.
He's like Matt Hardy in a body of water, so all of them.
Yeah, dude.
Matt Hardy is twice. Matt Hardy is the twice of wrestling.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Matt Hardy, the broken thing is my most favorite thing ever in wrestling
Yeah.
because I just dig that kind of stuff, man.
You
It's
can
just my
tell the
thing.
type of wrestling fan Gab is.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
He likes. I'm surprised Orange isn't on this list, but like,
He's top 6, man. Because I'm just starting to watch him. Like, this guy.
the newest guy into wrestling, or rather, like into the particulars of wrestling, is Gab.
Yeah.
And he has a very specific type of taste in
Yes.
things. Like, he likes crazy shit. He bonkers shit. And his love for Matt Hardy's definitely like reflective of that.
Yes.
Yep.
It's
It is.
delightful.
It really is. It really is.
Delightful. Very delightful.
Very delightful.
From everyone here, he was the one I had no idea with. I'm genuinely surprised with who I heard. And
Come on.
yeah. I like that Matt was on the top of that list.
Yes.
Matt was always my favorite Hardy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so that was our review of this week and sort of sort of last week's shows for WWE. For WWE and AEW. Let us know what you think. Do you agree with everything we said? Which ones did you watch? Are you a bigger fan of WWE or AEW, or do you just like both? Let us know. So who are your top 5 wrestlers? We also want to hear about that. So again, just like and subscribe and share, and check out our pages at facebook.com/realculturepit, and of course we're also on Instagram at realculturepit. And we will see you again. Thank you for joining us on our second episode of the Buckle Bomb podcast. So we will see you again on episode 3, where we'll be talking about our 5 top entrances or entrance themes of our, not necessarily these wrestlers, but just the music. So we'll see you again. And until then, #stay home, stay safe, stay tuned, and of course, stay cultured. See you guys. Peace out.